My name is Aram, my pronouns are he, him, and welcome to Rise of the Demigods. Rise takes place just before the breaking of the world, when the old gods sought to bolster their claim on Calgon by siring demigod offspring to rule it. Their divine children laid waste to whole continents in their name, and many mortals of the realms grew to despise them. Coalitions were formed and armies marched upon their divine creators, slaughtering many of the demigods and threatening the rule of the gods themselves. Desperate to halt this erosion, the old gods called a council to deal with the demigod issue once and for all. It was decreed that each god was allowed to claim 3 demigod offspring. Those who were born on claim must prove their worth through training and trials in the divine halls and magical valleys of the Temple of Udea. Our story begins with 4 such young demigods, ripped from their homes and families by seekers who work for the temple. For more about our story, including pre-orders for the Rise of the Demigods book, head over to demigodsfall.com and follow us on Twitter @demigodsfall.
Hi, my name is McKenzie Wilkes. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am playing Astrid Elvea, the Wild Elf Ranger Scout.
Hi, my name is Arvey, and my pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Janus de Cassiel, who is an Aasimar bard.
Hi, my name is Joey, or Gnome, and I go by he, his, him pronouns, the masculine pronouns, and I will be playing Theodore, who is a Gnome Eldritch Knight.
Hi, my name is Niky. My pronouns are they, them, or him, his, and I am playing Saint Barb, the human monk. The human monk. The only human monk ever to exist.
The next morning, you all wake up relatively early.
The sun.
Tio is
Not a
always
morning
up
person.
early, though.
Of course you are.
Yeah,
You're up
I've
the
got
first. You're up with
always
you
the
are up
first.
with the sun.
Yep.
Astrid's a late
Got stuff
riser.
I gotta
I am not a morning person.
Yeah, neither is Astrid.
No, I would imagine Theodore's the only morning person. Even Luna's not a morning person.
Oh no, Astrid, we're both from the moon. Of course
Right,
we love
exactly, yeah.
Like we love the night. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Some good wolf acting around.
Thank you. I do my best.
It's Aram's true self, really.
I know. I was like, I'm gonna be a beastmaster. So here's a thing you have to play for the whole campaign.
Right,
Way to go.
exactly. Yep. Play this wolf, and then this other wolf, and then this third
Other
wolf,
wolf.
and
And
they
two
all have
otters.
to be unique.
And the otters and the rabbits.
otters.
We need to get
and-
you
Yeah.
we need to get you wolf ears to
Right,
put on, or,
or
like
bunny
otter
ears.
or bunny
so you know
ears.
whichever character I'm playing. I would 100% do that.
I'm so glad there's a baby otter. Sorry, that's just.
So good. Poor Wendell. All right, so you're awake. The bunny's still asleep. Luna's still asleep. What are you all doing? Let's say you've been awake for a bit. So what have you been doing?
Tio probably just does the morning routine. Washes up, gets ready, probably does some push-ups and then some sit-ups and then some pull-ups.
Oh.
And then polishes his armor and makes sure his sword's sharp, maybe a little bout of meditation, and then just goes back to reading.
You've already put one of those extension bars in the door frame, right, through the pull-ups. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, so you get through your morning exercise and you're doing some. What are you reading? By the way?
Probably just information on my not iPad.
Right. Yes.
So try to learn more about Udea and the temple itself, and just background on the structures if you can find out.
Everything I told you.
You have to be really paranoid, Barb.
Including imagery of it. It shows you all of the current instructors. It shows you the temple. It shows you when it was born, when it was made. It shows you various sketches of its design and layouts and things like that. So you're just going through various information on it, and you all wake up while he's doing that.
Oh. Hey, Theodore.
Good morning.
Oh god, you're perky.
How'd you sleep?
It's fine.
Great.
Mm.
Did you notice anyone else awake at this time of morning?
Did I? No.
Not in your room, no.
Yeah, I'm just been in the room.
Did you hear anyone else?
Well, Astrid was saying some kind of weird thing.
Whoa, no. Oh, God. Oh, no. Whoops. I don't know. I sleep talk a bit, but I also am an only child, so it's never been pointed out.
I thought you said whoops in your sleep.
Probably.
Whoops and oopsie daisy.
Whoops
it was
and yakety yak and oopsie daisy and I just say it all.
Theodore, if
Yeah.
you don't mind, if you're such an early riser, could you keep track of anyone that you find else is with the sun in that sense?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Are the other dorms even near ours?
So the other dorms would be on if it's like a square building. So East Red, West Orange, North and South. So they're all on.
Is there like a middle
Common
area?
room.
Yeah.
the middle
So
area.
we could lean out our door and see the other doors.
Well, so not really, because the middle area is that large greenhouse, right? And then situated in between these things are like the library and the dining hall. And so there's a lot of space between you and the other houses, so you couldn't just lean out and see them. You'd have to go
Okay,
a
I'm
considerable
with you.
distance in order to see them. Either cut through the greenhouse or walk around the outside edge.
So what's the schedule for this morning? We have to head to breakfast at?
Well, no, breakfast is not mandatory. You can go to breakfast if you choose to.
Want to eat? Yeah.
Yeah,
You probably should, especially since they're going to have combat training.
Yeah.
makes sense.
I was just going to feign sickness for combat training.
You're gonna fake sick.
Yeah, I'm not into
You
that
little
sort of thing.
fake,
Like I said, I'm more of a lover than a fighter.
But you
could-
should at least know how to defend yourself.
I can defend myself. I don't have to use weapons for that.
Not all combat is with weapons.
Okay, fair point.
The condensation teacher. the condensation teacher's cute. You could talk to him. I don't know.
I guess so.
So you all heading to breakfast?
I'm
Sure.
gonna head to breakfast.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So you get to the same dining hall, and it is set up in a similar way. There's one long table, and they have the dishes in the center where you can just pick it off and select whatever you want. Except the chef this morning has made a few things, and there are some muffins out and some pastries already done. There's, it all looks fantastic. There's wine and water.
Wine, 8 in the morning.
There's wine at 8 in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, and cheeses and
Okay.
things like that. Yeah,
Is
it's
there
all.
milk?
So what?
Is there just milk?
Yeah, sure. There's
Pure
milk.
water?
Yeah, there's milk and cereal, but it's fancy cereal, the kind with the oats in it, which isn't as good as the Frosted Flakes, but it's there.
Bummer.
I'm
Yeah.
going for
No
the
Frosted Flakes,
wine
I'm
and
walking.
fruit.
There you go, wine and fruit. In addition
I'm going for
to
muffins.
you all, Wendell, Zali, Susomu, Cree, and Tula are all there,
Oh, they're nice people.
eating and talking.
We need another list of
I
all
have
those people.
them.
Yeah. Wendell is the demigod of otters. Zali
my
is the demigod of
friends.
arms. Susomu is the demigod of obedience. Cree, lasers. And Tula, agility.
I thought it was acrobatics.
It is acrobatics. I wrote the wrong thing. Yep.
Yoikes.
Acrobatics. Good call. Thank you.
Yoik.
I just wrote them down in this little note.
Nope,
thingy.
you're totally right.
So did I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, all of it.
Show me your notes.
Yeah. Zali nods at you as you walk in, and Wendell has a face full of food, but excitedly
Wendell.
waves. Hi. He's spits up hi. Sorry. Hi.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hi. And Wendell reaches into his pouch and pulls out the little baby otter. And the little baby otter has a couple blocks and is playing with some blocks and then and stops to play with your fingers and then goes back to play
What
with
did you name the
blocks.
baby?
Flap.
Bob.
Flip flop and flop.
You little bitch, Bob.
Flip, flap, and flop. Sure. Actually, he's like, well, I hadn't had a name, but that works great. So yeah, Flap.
I'll send the bill in the mail.
Flap. Hey, Flap.
I
And
love that.
there's little Flap,
Oh
and
my
Flap does
gosh.
little splat hands with the
Oh,
water in his
That's
hand.
the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yep. And then he puts in a little piece of lettuce and he eats it and he kind of leans back and then he falls off his hand and into the pouch. It's fine.
That's okay.
It's a splash. And then like Flip comes out and catches them, and then just brings it back into the water. So they're good.
Got it, Flip.
Yeah.
Got it.
Also, you notice that comes back into the water, but then Flap somehow pokes their head out of the other bag. And the bags aren't connected, but somehow went from one bag to the other, and then goes back and pops out of the other one.
That's very cool. Did you make those?
Well, it was made by a friend of mine but I like gave designs and we worked on it together. He's very magic, and he's also a really good leather worker. And so like this one connects to this one because they share the same
intestines through your body.
Intertestinal space.
Probably
maybe?
interdimensional space.
Interdimensional space. That's the one. They share an interdimensional space.
I like intertestinal.
Yes, they go through my lowers.
We know you like intertestinal, Janus.
But anyways, that's what I have, and that's why
Please,
they can be
someone
together.
Take
and,
me away.
and also,
That's
there's
incredible.
a whole lot more water than you actually see here. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to move because it'd be really heavy.
That's very cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
No one ever told me it was cool before.
Well, it is.
They kind of say like, "Hey, weirdo, with your bags, with your water bags."
They're not very creative in insults.
No, they're not. Which is kind of why it didn't hurt as much because I was like, "Well,
Exactly.
they're dumb."
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're smarter than they are.
Thank you.
And you have cute otters. So
You're
like you just and you win.
Yeah, they pop up and they're like, "Yeah, we're cute." Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
scratch whichever
Oh
one's
yeah.
closest to me.
And they again push each other out of the way to compete for more scratches. Then they're all back. Anyways, I gotta go. I have my first class, so I don't be late. Bye bye.
Didn't breakfast just start, or did we arrive late?
He's nervous and he's
Oh,
like got
okay.
5 muffins in his hand.
He's one of those people who's in class like 30 minutes before.
He's like me at the airport. I gotta be there 2 hours early.
At
Yeah.
minimum, yeah.
Right, exactly. And so the ones left are Zali, Sasomu, Kree, and Tula, who are all just kind of eating food, hanging out. Kree is the yeah.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah.
there was something I was not supposed to say out loud. I apologize. So I fixed that.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, you can edit it in post, Rom. It's okay.
That's true. I can. Yep. Anything else you guys want to do?
I
except
honestly
eat?
wasn't paying
I'm gonna
attention.
go.
I
Up
know,
to
I really don't remember any of the things
I'm
you just
gonna
said.
go.
Good.
I'm gonna go up to Sasomu.
Okay. So Sasomu is a Yanti pure blood,
Yanti.
and she's like she's gorgeous and very kind of like confident, and she has her little snake body curled up under her, and she has a cup of tea. She's just kind of leading in. Good morning.
I'm Janice.
Hi, I am Sasomu.
So, what classes are you taking?
Well, she takes a little sip of tea, puts it down. I will be taking, as I glance at the classes again to make absolutely sure I know what I'm doing.
Invention,
One
right?
second.
Invention, yeah.
Invention.
Yes.
Are you
Oh, I
taking
heard that was
invention?
canceled.
Wait, it was canceled?
Everyone
That's
watching
very
is gonna be like,
unfortunate.
why do they find this so funny?
Why do they keep on saying yakety yak?
I will be taking Arcana and Statecraft.
Oh,
That's a popular.
I think we're gonna be in the same class together. I'm also taking the Arcana
Wonderful.
and Statecraft.
Pleasure. Just like to shake her hand. Yes, thank you. Wonderful.
For those listening at home, they shook hands.
touching a
Awkwardly.
woman.
So you seem very aware.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would say so.
So few here are.
And you, what do you think about all of this
All of this. Opportunity.
opportunity?
It's restricted. It's caged. But opportunity.
What sort of opportunities do you see coming out of this?
Well, the first one is survival. Be nice to live. Or being offered a choice. Learn or die. I'd rather learn.
You were given that choice? That I wouldn't have come here if they'd given me that choice.
There was a series of choices. There was a series of lines drawn, and that was the last one I didn't feel like crossing.
So they basically dragged you here.
My clan objected for a while, and now I'm here.
And what do you know about the teachers, or anything about this temple in particular?
Well, I've met an assortment of them. They all seem interesting. I do like that Demigod of Lies. Bettina seems quite fun.
Well, she's my herald.
Oh, wonderful.
I have a bone to pick with her.
Yeah?
She called me out in front of class, and I'm not going to forget that.
They're going to do that many times to us. I mean, look. And she kind of like drops her thing a bit, and she kind of leans in. And she's like, look, they're going to come for us. They're going to mess with us. Part of this is breaking down who we were so they can build up who they want us to be.
Sure.
So they're going to throw us little curveballs once in a while. But you could all handle that, right? Look at your friends. They're so brave and strong. You're all a good team. You'll be fine.
So I want to kind of discern if she's trying to tell me something.
Okay.
Like if there's something else that she's trying to signal at here.
Roll insight.
12.
You have a feeling that she's talking a little past the conversation, but you're not sure what she's trying to say. But you feel like she's like. Then again, she seems to do that a lot. Like half her conversations seem to also mean something else,
like
so it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
But she's definitely, she's speaking a bit beyond what she's saying right now.
So you think that the teachers here have their best intentions as far as our learning and education and taking care of us?
Oh no! I believe every single person here is only in it for themselves.
Oh, interesting.
Every person is only in it for themselves. Nothing that any person ever does is about anyone but themselves. Ever. If you do something nice or something good, if you wish to help someone, it's because you want to. And therefore it's about you and not them. That's how everything is. The people here,
Sure.
I believe it's a bit magnified. I believe everyone's looking out for themselves. A little more than on the outside. But yes, every single thing you do is only about you.
And your housemates, do they feel the same way?
Well, no, not really. I mean, they're lovely people, but I find that only I have this, and members of my tribe, of course. This is a unique view of the world, I would say, but all the others are close. Zendar is interesting. Very interesting, yes.
The Demigod of Shadows.
Correct.
Yeah, he seems very interesting.
He has a philosophy all of his own that, while it's not the same as mine, is quite interesting.
And what does he believe?
Well, he's a little religious. He's a little...
Religious?
Well, he was raised religious. A little uptight, though. A little secretive and very, very serious. Also doesn't like to be told what to do.
All right. Well, I mean, I can't fault someone for being secretive.
That's fair.
Well, it was good talking to you, Susumu.
Susumu. Wonderful to talk to you, Janice. Please, come by anytime.
We'll see each other in class, I'm sure.
It'll be lovely. And she slides out with her cup of tea. The big old snake
She
lady with
slides
tea.
out of those DMs.
I walk up to the rest of the group and
Yep.
put my wine down and say, just trying to see if perhaps Susuma knows anything. She seems to have some interesting viewpoints about our situation here, the school, the teachers, and all of the students. So we'll see.
She's intimidating. I like it.
Yeah. She's in our class, both of our classes.
Oh. She's someone we need to be cautious of? Or is she someone
think
that might
so.
be a friend?
I think she could be a friend.
Really?
I think I can handle her. She's fine.
Oh, I don't know. She was pretty hard to resist.
As you say, I
If
think
you remember, she totally screwed me over in the tests.
Yep.
Oh, really?
She hurt my brain. It was weird.
Yep.
Oh. Sorry to hear that. I didn't.
Out of character. She did her obedience.
She was
thing
the
on me.
obedience, yeah.
She was the obedience.
She did
Sit
obedience.
down.
I was the only one that very quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, because I failed whatever thing she did to me.
That's great.
Oh, but she ended up failing her test, though.
She
She
did
did.
because
Mhm.
Zinda refused to sit down.
Refused. Yep. Couldn't be brought,
Mm.
couldn't be bribed, couldn't be made to.
Yeah, she made me somehow. I don't know what happened. My body just.
And yet she's still here.
Well, so is Waterfall Boy.
Brock. He failed badly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Astrid just calls him Waterfall Boy. She doesn't remember his name.
Well, Shadow Man agrees.
As you guys are talking, Kree, who is the feathery and multicolored Aarakocra, is just sitting there picking at some food and like making little teeny lasers with the light that's coming through a water goblet. Just little teeny lasers, and that's all that's happening. Everyone else is gone.
Oh, damn. Okay.
No.
I was gonna give Zolly a rabbit update.
Oh no, Zali kind of like nodded, but you guys were in conversation. She's also pretty into eating, so she was like, food, and she makes like a tiny little like sword and a tiny little thing, and she's cutting up her meat with it.
That's cute.
Yeah.
She's doing that right now.
No, she had done it before.
Oh damn! I was gonna go
Sorry.
talk to her.
Well, maybe you'll see her in one of the.
Gonna give her a rabbit update. Let her know what happened to the rabbit.
Yeah, well,
great.
Ram says she's not here.
I know. I'm
Okay.
I'm making him feel
Ram's
bad.
not gonna make up anything for you,
I'm
okay?
making him feel
If
bad.
they're gone, they're gone.
Hey,
She comes running back in.
Niky?
Oh, I left my cloak.
Niky?
No. So, anything else you guys are doing? Or are you gonna wrap up?
Guess
breakfast?
not.
No, sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, Ram.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
during that whole time Susumu was being talked to, we all just sat there catatonic.
Yeah,
and
right.
did nothing.
I was eating.
Heck no, I was eating. Yeah, Tio has like 4 bowls of just plain porridge.
Yeah, and you have to worry about getting food for like 5 animals now.
2.
All your time is
2
occupied.
animals.
How many
Do
more
we
did
have
you
room
create?
service since this place is like a fancy hotel?
No, you don't have room service.
Okay, they have everything
I know, we
but
have
room
portals,
service.
Yeah.
we got an iPad.
Well, you could try taking one of these things back to your room.
I mean, I will have to all the time.
Yeah, you gotta take a
I
platter
was just
back.
curious if there was
There's midnight munchies.
if there was a way to like be like, hey, can you deliver meals to my room every day, please?
I mean, it's like a 15-minute walk from your room, and
I
it's
know.
all indoors.
no, I know. I'm no.
15-minute walk.
Yeah.
There's not like a
Long walk.
Demigod DoorDash. Like we can't
Well, I
just
mean,
like on our
do
not
we
iPads.
This is more out of like, do we literally want to be like, and after every meal, let's roleplay Astrid walking?
No, we don't have to. We don't have to role play it every time. We just have to establish it, and then we can go on.
no, she'll take food over there,
I
but
bet Demigod of
um,
Obedience gets room service.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But I was
I think it's a
I
lot
was
of
just
service.
curious if like because my wolf is my divinity. I
Right.
assume the teachers know that.
Yes.
If they would make an exception to help care for my divinity.
Well, there's no rule. I mean, like you could try taking one of these platters back to your room and just
No, I meant like if they could have like literally a delivery service to keep the the wolf is demigod like.
Yeah. See what you
So
said.
like so I was curious if like it would get special treatment.
you can always ask your
Yeah.
first class, sure, absolutely, or go to your
Hey, history teacher.
Yeah,
Can I-
or you
Tell me
can,
about your
Divinity
history
class.
Yeah.
of delivery.
Yeah, I can ask Ryle.
yeah, you can totally ask Harold Ryle,
Yeah.
who will probably be teaching the hunting class. So
I know.
there you go. How many of you took history?
Literally
One.
just me.
Just you. Okay, what is the class that you all mostly took together? Let's start there.
Statecraft was
Statecraft,
three of them
three of
and not
us.
me.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's.
Well, invention.
Yeah, invention.
We
should
all
take
took invention.
together.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That guy canceled.
What happened to that instructor?
Yeah. All right, so we're going to start with statecraft then. That'll be the first class on the docket. So who's ever not in statecraft?
Please leave the room.
No.
I gotta pee. I'll do it.
You don't have to leave. But what we'll do is we'll jump to your history course right after statecraft because you're the only one taking history.
Yeah.
So at the same time, you walk off to do history. The three of
Bye.
you walk off to do statecraft.
Bye, Astrid.
Now, statecraft is being held in an amphitheater behind the temple. It's against the edge of the rock. So where the cliff face hits, there's a river that goes off the edge of it on either side. And then the middle is this carved out amphitheater that faces back against the cliff. So if you're on stage, there's nothing but cliff behind you. And then seating for about 500 people, even though there's like 6 of you there. It's like the 3 of you, and Malvorn is there, of course, because it's statecraft, right? Malvorn is there. I would say that. You know what? Only
Yeah,
Mal.
Susuma.
Yeah.
No, she's.
Oh, Susuma's there too.
She
said she
That
was
makes
in it,
sense. Yeah, Malvorn and Susuma are both there, and they are seated next to each other, casually talking as you all approach.
Who's the instructor?
No one's there yet.
Morning.
Good morning, Theodore. Right?
Yeah, Malvorn. Yes.
Yes, it is. Pleasure. Extends a hand. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You all
Good
met
morning.
Susumu. Oh, good morning, Janice. Hello.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing better now.
Excellent.
Barb,
He
you need
gay,
some
dude.
water?
Stop it. LOL.
Big gulp of water from Barb over here.
So these are all your housemates. So that is Saint Bob, and of course Astrid.
I am not here.
Oh right, I'm sorry. And of course Astrid is missing because she is not here. Didn't take the class for the rest of you, nor did mine. Didn't have any interest in statecraft.
I suppose it's not for everybody.
And then it is not. And in front of you, a cat has leapt up onto the stage.
Barb gets up.
Barb starts their own inventing class.
History sounds great.
Welcome, students. Please have your seats. Yes, you all already have your seats.
We sit down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
Well done. Yes.
I bend my knees and place my bone ass
I'm so glad you're
so
all
that
seated.
it meets the chair.
It is a pleasure to have you all here. It is a smaller class than I expected. Statecraft, you all don't truly appreciate statecraft. Statecraft is very important. Understanding how the gods work and how you will work amongst them is one of the key things you can learn here. Before we start, does anyone have any questions? St. Bob.
What is statecraft?
Okay, good. I'm glad you asked.
Thank you.
Statecraft, there's a way the mortals work. They have their rules and their laws that really kind of adhere to the fact that they are temporary beings. And then the gods have their own laws, which more adhere to the fact that they are not temporary beings. But you have to find a medium. You have to find a way to exist between these two things. You have to understand your place so we don't upset the balance. Does that help?
What?
Let's start with an example. And the cat raises their paws, and Harold Scritches kind of does this movement, and the whole viewpoint shifts around you. So in the center of this area now, where the stage is a globe, and it's showing all of Calgun. And Harold Scritches spins it a few times until it shows where Ani is now, and it zooms in, and it's just combat and battle and carnage everywhere. There are temples being knocked down. There are people being burned. There are demigods that have like multiple chains around their necks and multiple spears stabbed into them to just end their lives, like almost like they're taking down an elephant with one person. And it's just this gore and bloodshed and thousands of mortal lives. And then it pulls back up. This is where it can go wrong. This could have been avoided with a bit of communication and a bit of understanding. Instead, what we had is your kind slaughtered in the streets, and countless deaths of the mortals in order to do so. We're trying to avoid that here.
That was the first God's War.
That was part of it, yes. Quite a bloody thing.
Is this history?
No, this is statecraft.
Okay.
But you will learn some of these crossover. You will learn some things in statecraft that are historical in nature.
I feel cheated.
It's hard to avoid.
How many of us died during the first God's War?
How many demigods?
Yeah.
The number's unclear, but it is suspected around 100.
How many are there now?
That is also unclear. Officially, about 100. Unofficially, could be as high as 200.
Could go as high.
I'm sorry, that was just
Nikki and I should not ever make eye contact because literally
200, you say.
it seems like such a second. Yeah, go.
Okay, 200. Might have to get a whole nother training facility here.
Also here, of course.
No,
gonna
God
really
forbid there'd be
spit my brain
200
out.
of us here. Fuck.
So did anybody that's currently here at the temple survive that first God's War?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Like
Not
who?
me,
Ooh.
of course. But there are those who have survived at the temple. You'll meet one later. Archon Dima survived that war.
Aram. Who is Archon?
Archon Dema was the
Demigod of
demigod of condensation,
Condensation.
who was your combat instructor.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Water boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Water Boy survived it.
The pool
exactly.
boy.
Pool boy, yes. Pool Boy survived it. Lead with that when you meet him next.
I will.
Pool Boy
Yeah,
survived
he
it.
already
do
tried to
that.
kill us when we first met him because you made fun of him.
Yes, yes. So Archon Dema definitely survived it. I believe possibly that Harold Varrock did as well.
So,
Not Harold Varrock, Harold Vardhan. Sorry, Varrock is the student.
so what are their feelings about mortals after surviving the first Gods War? I would imagine that they wouldn't feel very highly of them. Think highly of them.
I would say Harold Vardhan rather likes mortals. Not too sure about Medina. But everyone's got their own viewpoint. I suppose you'd have to ask them. How do you feel about mortals?
Mortals are, I mean, until very recently, all I've known are mortals.
Ah, well, yes, but you're not one now.
I suppose so, but that doesn't take away years of the way I've been brought up and the people that I've made connections with. I barely know people here.
Well, you would have some disconnections with the people you were growing up with, right? Theodora, you certainly did. You felt beyond them for a while.
Yeah,
I mean, you aged past most of the people you knew.
but that's what happens when you're a gnome living with humans. I mean, I
what-
suspect it'd be the same as if I'd been living with elves as well.
Or a cat that doesn't age.
Or a cat that doesn't age. That is really interesting.
It has been interesting. The point is that you are quite a different being now. And while it is understandable that your past friendships would carry weight with you, they are relatively meaningless compared to the ones you will forge from here on out.
So this class is meant to teach us to alter our sort of interactions with mortals that we've had in our past, because now we're something else.
At least how to expect how things would change, how to anticipate those changes, and to anticipate how people may react to you. Because those that know you don't really know you anymore and may not feel like they do.
In your opinion, though, what is the expected relationship?
Well, it's difficult because mortals want you around. They want your power, they want your protection, they want your blessing. But they also are very fickle. So you want to do some, but not too much. You could also choose to do absolutely nothing. Retreat into whatever temple or tower you craft for yourselves, never come out to see the light of day, and keep all your power there. It's when you start using it too much, too flashy, too loud. That's when we start making problems. And again, that's what we're trying to avoid here. Any other questions?
Is class over now?
It is not. And Scritcher starts like this on the stone next to him, and tablets are appearing, and he's pushing them out towards you, and they've got
I dodge.
like they're kind of sliding towards your feet, but
Okay.
unless you're doing the tummy crawl,
No, I'm not
Right.
tummy crawl right
Right.
now. It's not tummy
It's
time.
not
at the
time.
moment.
Not time.
just kind of
Check my
slides,
watch. It's not tummy
It
time.
is not.
just slides them all towards you, and they have a chapter on the history of the Gods War. So there's like 38 pages about the Gods War.
This is history. You told us.
This is specified history. It's a unique flavor of history.
Astrid hears St. Barbie yell.
Well, read these 38 pages.
Read my book.
Did you say that in character?
Did you say in character? Okay,
Please say
because
that, yes.
all right, Malvern kind of looks and Scritches kind of looks, and how do you react to that?
Me?
Yeah, how would you react to that?
I'm laughing.
As is Susomo. Susomo was laughing as well. Yes, I will read your butt. Now, read these 38 pages, and we will discuss them at your next class.
I lean over to Malvern. Will you read them and tell me what's inside?
No, I'll have someone read them to me, but I'll tell you afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. Anything else you guys need? Class is dismissed.
Oh, there it is.
That was like 5 minutes. Damn.
It went longer in game.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And then we're gonna cut to you.
History 2.
Electric boogaloo over here.
Electric yakety.
Did anyone else take hunting?
Me and St. Barb did.
Okay, gotcha. But you're the only one who took history.
Yeah, for some reason, barely.
Okay.
I
You
think
should have
everyone
just
took
taken
history.
take.
I know,
Yeah,
I
you
got the
could've
same
knocked you
class.
out.
All right.
Yeah.
You are told to meet in the library.
Okay.
Okay, so in the library is a
Wipe
mountain
that smile
dwarf
off
with
your face.
I'm so nervous. I don't know who else is going to be in this one.
So it is a mountain dwarf with blonde hair pulled back into a knot of thick braids. Her skin is rosy and her face clean shaven with emerald eyes dominating it. She is transcribing books when you enter. She has one hand over a book and one hand over a book with blank pages. And as she sits there and focuses, this book is filling up with pages. The pages are flipping over, flip, 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 and as they flip, they're being written to be exact copies of the other book. And around her is Malvorn. Oh, sorry, he can't be.
Yeah, he
can't be in this class.
'cause
Wait.
They happen at the same time.
Nope. So is actually Wendell's in this one. So
Oh, my
Wendell,
buddy.
Ballora, and Zali are all in this class.
My
They
favorite people.
They are gathered around, yep, and watching as this instructor, you assume, copies this book, and finally, the last page goes, and the book shuts in the back, and her eyes roll back from this purple and pink energy, and she turns like, you're all here.
And the last one to show up.
Wonderful. Yeah, well, she was busy anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Please have a seat. Everyone, there's this large table in the center with a bunch of chairs around it, and she sits down with you. She pushes these two books to the side. My name is Archon Cardani. And she goes on the table, asks you all to introduce yourself, which you do.
Yeah.
And then when they gets to you, and your name.
Oh, my name is Astrid.
Yes, and you are the demigod of?
Do I know?
You have an idea.
Yeah.
Stars-ish.
Demigod of stars, constellations, something with that, I guess.
Lovely.
I don't think we figured it out yet.
Sure. Well, that's okay. That's what you're here for, dear. I am the demigod of books.
That's so fun.
It is quite fun. It's a lot of fun, which I will show you. Let's think of a topic. Anything you want to learn about in history. Go, get a book, bring it back.
Can I get a suggestion from the audience? Anything,
My brain literally went to spaghetti first. I'm so mad.
The
It
history
has to
of
be like,
spaghetti.
It has to be like a history of a place or thing or person or.
Anything from the past. Go ahead, find a book, bring it here.
Just
We'll
great.
explore it together.
Oh God. What is everybody else like? What section is everybody else going
So
to?
Wendell has
I'm gonna
sprinted to
cheat.
the animal section and is clearly looking for a book on the history of otters.
Okay.
Yep. Like probably like the genealogy of otters. It looks like Zali. It looks like Zali is in a section with the with like weapons throughout. Well,
They're all
weapons
going
and
to their
armor
brands,
throughout time.
if you will.
Absolutely. Ballora is looking for like the earliest potions and early magic.
Astrid doesn't know where to go at first. And is there like a section to do with like natural phenomena?
Sure, absolutely.
Like I could find something about
You
stars.
kind of think
or
it
the
and, like, you're
sky
led
or
that
the
way.
moon or something like that. I
Yes.
could find something
Totally.
to do with the night and sky and stars. I don't know.
So natural phenomenon,
She's
as
trying
in
to
there are stars.
Yeah, I guess.
Right.
Or just like nature and
Yeah.
like I guess she's just trying to figure out something that connects to her.
There's a whole book on constellations.
That's not wolves.
There's a whole
She
well,
doesn't
yeah,
want to
totally.
like go steal Wendell's thing.
There's a whole book on constellations. There's a whole book on the god's connection to the night sky. There's a book on Ayus, right? The god of the moon, the original god of the moon,
Yeah.
the current god of the moon. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of those kind of things. Anything in particular?
I like all those. Well, I don't know. I'm connected to Ayus. I wouldn't.
No,
know
I'm just
that.
saying these are the books you
Yeah,
find.
but like I don't like Astrid wouldn't particularly have a reason. I
Correct,
guess, to know
yeah.
think about that to be like
Sure.
Dad.
Right. Right.
So yeah, I like the one about the god's connection to the sky.
All right, excellent. One of those would be Ayus. So
Yeah,
so you bring
he's
that book.
in there.
All right, so you bring that book back, and Archon Cardani looks like, oh, okay, excellent. Otters. Okay, excellent picks all. Let's start with the otters, and places a hand over it. Says, everyone, reach in.
Oh, like okay.
Yeah.
So
boom, boom, boom. So
Oh.
everyone goes and hands in, and then you're just somewhere else. You're just gone from where you
Are
are.
there otters everywhere?
You are underwater, and there are otters swimming all about you. And it takes you a second until you can realize that those otters are the other students and Archon Cardani, and that you are also
I'm an otter. This is like Kingdom Hearts.
an
I
otter.
turn into the thing that I.
You are an otter.
Do I have a little white streak?
Yes, you have a little white.
Yes.
You have a little
It's
otter
freaking
white
Miss
streak.
Frizzle in,
Yep.
in
I
the
know.
Magic School Bus.
I took
Yep.
y'all were hating on
Wow.
history, and I get so I have a little white streak
Yeah.
on my otterness.
Absolutely.
That is so freaking cute.
Yep. And Wendell is like a little bit smaller, and also really excited
38
because
pages.
Wendell can't turn into an otter,
38 pages.
but can swim like an otter. So Wendell's just zipping all about, happy as can be, because it's the first time he's actually been able to turn into an otter.
Is Zali an otter with an undercut?
So yes, Zelly is an otter with a like a really edgy undercut, and is like making swords, right?
Oh, my glove.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
And Ballora has like a little potion pouch kind of tied
I
around her.
love this.
Yeah, and they're all swimming about. And you can talk to each other. Like, you're clearly not talking, you're making otter noises, but you understand what each other
Yeah.
is saying. And Archon Cardani is going on about how, otters were actually not native creatures like the god of nature, not the god of nature, the god of beasts kind of invented them basically out of cuteness. Like, was like, what is the cutest little river creature I can make? And this is what they came up with, Yeah.
Big mood.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's basically a meme.
I also did that, so I guess I'm as cool as the
That's
god
true.
of beasts.
And you all swim around for a while, and then Archon Cardani kind of does a little thing with her otter paws, and like a book shape opens in the water in energy, and you all are kind of like pulled towards it, and appear back around the table, perfectly dry, as people, and she closes that book.
This is the coolest class, you guys.
What did you bring us?
This.
And as you pass it over, they're like, this is a great, like, Wendell's like, this is fantastic.
Thank you.
I want to do this class every time.
What?
Like the class, I was agreeing, the class is great.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry. I literally, Mackenzie didn't hear what you said, so that was bad. Yes, this class is wrong.
That's fantastic. Oh, so you've brought, the gods and the skies. She flips through it.
Thought it might help.
All right. Places a hand down, invites everyone else to place hands down, and you all are gone. And there's nothing but a dark night sky and all the stars you could possibly imagine. And this weird gray dust everywhere. And these mountains and craters and strangeness all about you. And then you all just stop and gasp as you see Calgun, as you see the earth rise just beyond the edge of wherever you're standing, and you all quickly realize you must be on the moon. So, this is one of the connections with and she starts going on and on about how when the gods were formed, they were formed either of these bodies or from these bodies. Like, was the god of earth first, or was the planet first? Was the god of the moon first, or was the planet first? Did the sun exist before the god of the sun? And all this debate about it. And the rest of you are just kind of like crazily walking around on the moon, looking around.
Is it low gravity? Like if we jump, it's like ooh,
totally.
this is-
Every time Wendell jumps, the otters kind of float out and then float back into the pouches. Yeah, totally. And Zali is like doing little back flips and like, they're all listening, but they're also, it's playtime. It's
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, you get to plan the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any questions? This is, after all, your book.
This is how did the moon come to be?
Well, we don't really know. There are some theories, some beliefs. Again, either they came into being and summoned the gods, or the gods were always there and summoned them.
What traits are there a lot of demigods born from the sky gods?
There are some, certainly. They have powers. Ius is a bit of a trickster god, so he's had quite a few.
He's a trickster.
children. Indeed.
Is he the only problem child of the bunch?
Oh, goodness, no. No, he's just the proudest of it, I would say.
Ah.
Yes. Enjoys being trouble. Likes being trouble.
That's fun.
Yeah, well, it's fun for everyone but him. I mean, fun for him, not so much the others.
Does he stay on the moon physically, or is he the moon?
That's up for debate too. We know that he gathers some power from the moon. We don't know if he spends any time here. We could look around.
He doesn't have a summer home. or
Is it,
anything.
on the moon? Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be lovely?
That would
I
be
don't
very
know.
good, yeah.
I honestly don't know. I wish I could answer that. I could look into it for you. How about that?
Sure.
All right. Students, everyone ready? Were you all set, my dear?
I guess so. I didn't really think of questions.
Okay, well, if you come up with any, I'm always here. And she waves, and a book-shaped glowing portal appears, and you all step through, and boom, you're back here. And you go through this with a couple more books. She talks to you in general about how if you wish to come to the library, she goes through the iPads again. She talks about the globes again, but also says if you ever need anything, I am usually here. You can come right to me, and I can help you with any questions you may have.
Can you do the pop into a book thing whenever?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I can also do... Now, remember, we're not actually in these places, okay? We are in representations of these places, as is written in the book. If the book is written improperly, our location will be improper. Also works with autobiographies. In fact, or biographies, really. Or characters who have strong... Or books who have strong characters. For instance, and she grabs like a biography on like the old king of Ani. And she opens up the book, and she grabs the book, and she pulls a person out of it and drops them. And they're a fully formed person.
Hi.
Greetings.
Oh.
I am King whatever, the king of Ani.
That is a strange name. Where is that from?
It is from Ani.
I've never heard an Onion name
Well, I
like
guess
that.
you've never been to Ani.
I haven't, right?
No, you've
It's
not.
it's like its own... Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm bad with the map, so...
that's okay, don't worry.
I know I'm from the Northern Commonwealth.
What would you care to know about Ani? The finest kingdom in all of the kingdoms that are available.
I can see you were a very fleshed out human being.
This was not the best written book. and like, they're not aware that they're in books. They think that they're
Yes.
characters. But this is an example because Archon Cardani picked one that isn't terribly well written. So some of the information is incomplete or unknown.
Well, I mostly just asked if you can do this, if I can like find a book about a beach, bring my friends.
Oh, and she just like,
Can we all go to the beach?
she pushes the king back into the book and closes it. And she's like, yeah, I mean, you can go to the beach if you'd like. Sure, we could arrange that.
That's exciting.
All right. Anytime you want to go to the beach, give me a little bit of notice. I'll look around for the best book.
Okay.
We'll find you something nice.
We'll go hang out.
Yeah.
Have a little vacay.
I think that's a lovely idea. Anything I can do to help, I'd be pleased.
You're very nice.
Thank you.
You're like the nicest teacher I've met here.
Well, some of them are tough because they believe they need to be. We've all lost people here.
At the school.
Yes. And that can make some of them harder than they normally would be. It's a dangerous thing, this school. When we get to the testing, it can become quite dangerous. So some of them may not wish to form as friendly as bonds as the rest of us do.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
I don't believe you.
We're all doing okay. Anyways, so, it's getting quite late. It is a pleasure to see all of you, and
Everyone, I'm sorry I broke the teacher. I say to Zollywind.
so I just kind of nods and was like, "Let me get to my book." And it was like, weapons, weapons, and weapons.
We didn't get to her book?
No, we get to her book, weapons throughout time.
I'll read it.
All right.
I can't take us into it, but I
that's-
can. I have eyeballs.
Well, I mean, after, you want to hang out there in lunch?
Yeah, sure.
All right. And she cups the book. She's like, "I'll see you at lunch."
Yeah, I'll give you a rabbit update.
Oh yeah, how's
Yeah.
the rabbit?
It pooped in my bed. Yeah.
Not the best.
Yeah. Do you want a rabbit?
Nope. Nope. I'm
Damn
good.
it.
I'm
Do you
good.
know anyone that wants a rabbit?
I will ask if anyone wants a fur ball that poops in their bed.
Keep me updated.
I will. See you at lunch.
See you at lunch.
Finger guns.
Oh wow. Guns don't exist, Zolly.
If they do, she can make them.
She could.
She'll make the first one.
Oh my, that's creepy.
That's right. What classes were you in?
Monk.
No.
What?
What?
I've already told
Yes.
you.
It will never get old.
Yes.
It will never get old.
What you were in? Wait, shit.
We teamed up. We're statecraft.
We were in
Statecraft.
statecraft.
History
Crap.
class, and you were in
I was in
history.
history.
All right. So first class is over, and
We were in invention.
Right.
That's not a thing.
Right.
We're state crap and and oh no, I'm not with you. I'm
No,
with hunting.
you're with
You're
hunting.
hunting.
Yeah.
Hunting.
We're in
Well,
Arcana.
actually,
And then they're in Arcana.
second class is divinity training.
Oh.
Yeah,
So you're all in this
together.
one.
So we're all in
Yes.
a class.
Yee.
Oh.
And you are all asked to arrive together. So you are all sent, you're basically told to show up at the temple.
If I know divinity class is coming up, should I go get Luna?
Sure, absolutely.
I feel like, do I know she's my divinity?
Yes, 100%.
Okay,
Also,
cool.
you have, I mean, it seems like you're free to take Luna wherever you want to.
Cool.
Now, Luna sometimes likes to take naps. So
yeah, I
it's,
assumed she was napping in
yeah,
the
what you
morning.
going to do during history?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
she
no.
could have come
I'll-
into the books. She'd be
That's
down for that.
very-
She could have
oh
been
my
an
God,
otter.
Luna as an otter. That'd be really
Yeah.
cute. Yeah, no. If I can make a pit stop, I assume I need her if this class is about divinities.
Totally.
So I will grab her.
Can you grab my bone?
Yeah. Yes. I'll grab it.
Totally.
How heavy is the bone if I go
All right,
grab it?
so you run back
Yeah.
into the room, and Luna is there. Luna gets up and stretches and jumps off the bed, and
Hi,
you-
sweetness.
oh, and she leans in. She's a little sleepy. You know, she doesn't do mornings.
I think you're like my homework, so I need to bring you for this class.
And she looks over at the bunny, and looks.
Do not fucking eat that rabbit, Luna. Luna, I give you a warm bed. I give you love and affection. I need you to not eat this rabbit.
And this walks up to you and leans in.
Do you know where Bob's bone is?
And Luna walks over to Barb's closet and like starts, clawing at it basically.
Okay, I open it. It's just a bone
This
sitting in there.
giant
You
bone
can't
Yeah,
miss
I'll-
it.
sideways.
I'll grab it. I
It's
guess?
heavy.
Oh my God, I'm
It's heavy.
very weak.
Yeah, and Luna is like,
Oh,
"Arr,"
God.
and like just grabs it.
Oh,
in her
Luna,
maw.
don't bite the bone.
Arr,
Oh my,
arr,
Luna, no,
arr,
Bob's gonna kick our asses. No.
And she's like holding it. It's like, "Arr, arr, arr."
It's called an accent.
Your fucking accent is killing me so much. My name is not Bob.
It's an accent. R's don't happen in it.
It's
God.
Bob
Yeah,
now.
I can see you two in my periphery.
Chose a different name. I knew it was gonna be
Saint
called Bob.
Saint
Bob.
Barb.
Bob's bones.
Yeah. It's her accent I've committed to. So we're episodes in. Yeah, so I Luna, please don't eat
Look at the,
Barb's
like-
bone.
no, like Luna's not trying to eat it as much as Luna seems to be trying to carry it.
Okay, can
Yeah.
she help me carry it?
And she can't
Okay.
because it's
Wait,
50,000
can she carry it by
pounds.
herself, like
Yeah.
in her mouth?
Yeah.
Oh, she's carrying
Yeah.
it. Yes, I'm
Yeah.
gonna make.
Excellent.
I want Barb to see that.
All right, so Luna grabs the bone and looks really happy
her
and
mouth?
marches up to the doorway and like thunk,
Yeah.
right? Thunk.
Luna. Okay, I
thunk,
hope.
thunk.
Okay, come on. Go, go. Okay, yep, there we go. Okay.
So glad we got more wolf acting this episode.
She's
Wrong,
around forever,
really.
so. Yeah, we go to class then. I just assumed I need her. So.
All right.
You're not gonna use the Super Mario painting portal?
Does it go to where we need to go?
Yeah.
We've committed to the door bit, so I feel like I'm just gonna walk.
You could just remember.
I
You get in the
commit-
hallway. You want to just remember?
I don't know.
Luna turns around.
Oh, Ron wants to do more
You
wolf
want
acting.
more wolf
I don't remember. I rolled and I don't remember.
Oh, bummer. All right,
Yep.
so you guys take a long walk, and like right
I'm
as you get to
forgetful.
the outside of the dome, you're like, oh crap!
Hell,
You
shit.
could have
Okay.
just teleported here.
I got my steps in. Okay, I need to.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So you all
Wild.
have arrived, along with. Hang on, what is the other team that's there? So you are East Red,
Mm-hmm.
also known as, what was your team name again?
Pack sack rats. Something.
The pack.
We're working on it. I think is what it
The
was.
working
Working
title.
title.
Working title.
Title. The pack.
Right. And East Orange is also there. So as you
I was
all
gonna say is also the pack.
as you arrive, the demigods of potions, Ballora, otters, Wendell, vines, Kailu, and acrobatics, Tula, are all in attendance.
What are they? They're East Orange.
East Orange.
Stupid name.
Well, this is
That's
where their
their
dorm
dormitory.
is. You're East. No, I'm sorry. They are East
know
Orange, and
that.
you are East Red. I mean,
We have two easts?
oh, that's right. They're East and West, so they're on sides. You know what? You could have leaned out your door and like seen the other door. I screwed that up. Yeah. So yes.
So we're starting the whole episode again, everyone.
They are East.
Mhm.
I mean, not that. Like literally, I need to know that. But
East Orange, East Red, West Blue, West Green.
okay.
So the other students are in a separate class?
Yeah, so they're
separate
in. So they're in
divinity
East
class?
Orange. They're all in the same class. So
Oh, okay.
That team and your team have been pulled into the same class.
Right. Okay.
You were the last one to arrive.
That's my thing now, I
Tardy.
guess.
Yeah.
I'm also
Tardy.
the last for the
Astrid, why did it take so long?
because of this, and I point at Luna with your bone.
Did you not go through the painting?
What painting?
You know that painting that was put in a room? We can jump through it.
Oh my god. No, I didn't do that.
Okay.
I have your bone though.
Thanks. Thanks.
Like
Okay.
really wants to hang on to it.
I take it. And I say, great game.
This is someone's kink. And we will find out.
All right. So in front of you is Harold Vardhan. You roll your eyes.
Yes.
Welcome.
As soon as I see who it is, I'm like, fucking hell.
Please gather around.
I like wink at Janice.
Gather around his
Yeah.
Gather around that dick.
It's quite large. There's plenty.
Wow. Absolutely
I
not.
mean, the demigod of wealth.
That's right.
Wow.
Wow.
Thanks, I hate it.
Demigod of ample wealth. So, I will be teaching you all today about your divinities. Who wishes to learn? Theodore, excellent. Step forward, young
no,
man.
you're first.
Yes, sir.
You're first.
All
you're
right.
first.
I have been, and he kind of waves a hand, and behind him pops Harold Roswin. Hi. Hey, guys.
Hi, Roswood.
Hi. Hey.
Why me?
I don't know. I think you're kind of cool. Anyways, hi.
That's what I'm actually pointed at me. I don't know.
I need
I
you
am
all.
cool, so.
You are cool.
I wasn't talking to you.
I need you all to pay attention, for you all are going to learn about the bridge.
Okay.
Anyone know about the bridge? Anyone? No hands go up.
I assume you walk over it.
That is a type of bridge, yes. But this is a special type of
Got
bridge
it.
that only we can form. Your divinities will be powerful. They will have many unique abilities that you will be able to summon. However, you all can use your abilities to bolster each other. You can form connections among yourselves to make yourselves even more powerful. And that's what we're going to discuss today. Theodore, stand in the middle.
Okay.
So Vardhan kind of cracks his shoulders and puts his hands out, and Roswin kind of runs alongside and puts her little hands out, and they both sit on either side of you, and their eyes roll back into that pink and purple clouds, and their hands begin to glow, and you feel an energy just coursing around you that is more than you've ever imagined. Like, you felt a little bit of this whenever you focus on your hand, but this is something greater. I need you to roll a divinity roll, which you don't have yet. So I want you to roll a d20 plus your modifier from what is your daddy god? Who do we determine was your daddy god?
Who's your daddy?
Who is your daddy, Joe?
It's Ogun, right?
Yes.
A
Okay.
gun?
Yes.
So I need you to roll a d20 plus your constitution bonus plus your proficiency modifier.
Oh, it's sad. That's an 8.
Okay. So they're focusing their energy on you, and you feel, your arm just like fire out, and that diamond sword form from it, but it doesn't stop. As soon as the sword forms, you can also feel the diamond rolling back over your arm, over your shoulder, over your chest, and it's forming an entire suit of diamond plate mail over your entire body. It's gleaming and shining. It moves perfectly with you. It feels like it weighs almost nothing. And then there's a crack in the middle of it, and another one. And you see Harold Vardhan begin to shake his hands, and he's like, enough! And they cut it immediately, and you kind of fall down. The armor shatters off from you. Your sword retracts, and then the little pieces just kind of fade away into silvery dust that then vanishes. And Vardhan reaches down, helps you up. Well done, Theodore. When a bridge is not formed correctly, if a member of the bridge cannot hold that connection, the entire thing can shatter, and there can be very disastrous consequences. Within this temple, you cannot be harmed. However, in the real world, it could be problematic. Everyone understand? All right, pair off.
Is there like a rhyme or
Pair off?
But who's sitting next to me?
I would say,
it's house 4, right?
roll me a die 20.
I want to go to Wendell.
Okay, you can go to Wendell.
I rolled 11.
Well, I want to go to Slugs if we can just choose.
Well, Slugs
Slugs
isn't
look
here.
here. it's house 4.
You are
so
currently
He hates
next to
slugs.
Kylo.
All right, so yeah.
Okay,
I wanna-
so
Would
I
you
wanna-
like to pair up?
there's Ballora,
Sure.
Tula, Wendell, and
Absolutely.
Kylo.
I want to run over to Theodore. Can I do that?
Yeah, totally run over to Theodore. Boom, you two are paired up, and that means Ballora and Tula pair up as well. Okay. So, what you all are going to be doing is trying to form a bridge. There are several types of bridges you can form. The one that you're trying to do right now is combined might. You're basically trying to give each other energy. Okay? If you are in a combined might bridge, each demigod deals an extra die of damage with any divinity they invoke that causes damage. They also roll all constitution checks with advantage. I'll put all this up. You don't have to write all this down.
Okay.
But the point is that you're both giving each other a little bit of power. So what you both want to do is roll a divinity check. So everyone, your divinity score is as follows. It is 10 plus your proficiency modifier plus the modifier from your daddy god or mommy god.
I hate mine is nothing I'm good at, which sucks.
What is yours?
Mine's charisma because it's the moon, and
Yep.
that's not even a strong suit of mine.
That's unfortunate.
I know. I was trying to find a god that had wisdom or dex,
Yeah.
So
but
It's
it
harder.
didn't make sense.
It didn't line up. I know. It's a little tough that
yeah.
way. Yeah.
what is Epona?
Epona is going to be intelligence, right?
Intelligence.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that sounds right.
Yep. And what is yours?
Oh, I'm Constitution.
Constitution, exactly.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, mine's charisma. I'm like, that doesn't make any.
I mean,
sense.
that's not great, but
All right, so
That's whatever.
let's start with Theodore and Saint Barb. Now, you felt this, so it's going to be a little easier for you the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like you to roll with advantage.
Okay.
hey.
So mechanics again.
10 plus your proficiency modifier
Right.
plus your daddy god
Right.
modifier, which is...
Plus a dice roll?
Oh, I'm sorry. Minus we're not doing the 10. It's just that that's the DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait,
No, I'm sorry. It's the
that's a lot.
I'm the worst DM. It is the ability. Sorry, it's your ability modifier
Okay.
plus your divinity modifier.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh my god, I can't read.
Remember, you roll with advantage.
Okay.
You've got to roll a die that can read. Yeah, how'd it go?
Not great. An 8 and a 1.
Okay, great.
Plus 6.
How'd you do?
So
8 plus 6, 14?
14.
Okay.
So
That's not bad.
That's not
Yeah.
bad. But a 1.
It's cocked.
9.
9. Okay. So you are able to form it. You both are able to form it for like a round, but then it just splinters from your hands and you can't quite keep it up, basically. You can't quite keep the field going.
Gotcha. Sorry, I didn't really know what I was doing.
I don't really know what I'm doing
That
either.
explanation really didn't make sense to me.
No.
I just saw people shaking their hands, and I kind of tried the same thing.
We could try something different.
You will get a feel for it. Try again. Roll again. Sorry.
8.
22.
Oh.
Okay. So it
I
holds,
really want this connection with you.
I mean, it holds really well on your end.
Me
And you
dating.
feel a lot of energy coming towards you, but you just can't quite,
Oh shit.
It's okay. Just focus
On what?
on the bridge.
What is the bridge? I don't know.
Ash is going.
and it just collapses again.
Are they doing it in front of the class? Like,
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we're
And
all
you all
we're
can
all
see
literally
it.
watching. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Then I did actually
There's
do
like
that.
this share of energy between the two of them until it just collapses. Yes, please.
The bridge.
Yes.
It's not making a lot of sense.
Okay.
What? Not a physical bridge.
No.
So that's where I'm stuck at.
Ah, I see. It is a connection.
Okay.
Think of it as a connection between you and your fellow demigods, or gods, for that matter.
Okay.
Does that help you?
No.
Can we try again?
Think about how people like money.
Okay.
You lost me.
Yeah.
You wish to try? You can try one more time.
Barb,
Yeah.
do you trust me?
Yes, I don't think that matters.
Focus on that trust.
Okay.
Focus, D20. Focus on the trust.
Roll good.
It's another 8.
23.
23. So you're focusing so hard.
I want to do so well. Barb, step up.
I'm saying I don't think trust
You're
is
using a thing
why
you're
would trust
good
it-
at. You're doing a +4. I get +1 in my thing.
Sweat is pouring off your forehead, like your arm is trembling, and you hold again on your edge this glorious path of energy flowing from you that just kind of hits this middle point and then just crumbles, and eventually the whole thing falls apart.
I just don't think trust has anything to do with it. I think you're a very nice person, but like I just thinking about anything trust doesn't really make sense. Why would trust have anything to do with it? I'm not trying to be vulnerable or anything. I'm just trying to like build whatever this bridge is in front of us, and I don't see how trust can really help us in any of that way.
I whispered to Janice, is Barb having a mental breakdown?
Well,
Seems like it.
That was a
God.
very good try. Now have a seat. We'll let the other teams check. Good job. Good job.
Good try.
Astrid,
Hi.
who are you paired with again?
Wendell.
Right.
Don't you see him standing next to
Oh,
me?
I didn't even see him there. Hello, Wendell.
Wendell
Hi,
and Flip
hi.
and Flap and Flop. We're kind of a big team.
Circus team.
Yeah.
Right, got you. Wendell, why don't you go ahead and put
And Luna.
Flip and Flop and Flap down for this to be safe. Okay. And he,
Luna can babysit them.
mm,
Luna, won't you be a good girl and babysit?
you'll be good, right, Luna? Okay. All right.
Luna, don't eat Flap. I swear to God. If you eat Flap, I will disown you.
Flap just
I
kind
will
of
send you back into the sky.
Flap pops out of the pocket and just squirts water right at Luna and gets Luna right in the eye.
Flap, oh, Flap, you're asking for it.
It digs right back in. Luna goes,
She's a
Luna,
feisty
be-
one.
turns and walks away.
Yeah, Luna.
She's totally feisting. All right. So,
And the Academy Award goes to
all right. So
Ron Martinez Luna.
can you imagine? He was really a wolf.
I was transformed.
Wendell comes
Transported
up
there.
and he's like not sure where to put his hands. He's kind of looking to you for like, what do we do? Like,
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, what, like, we were given zero
No.
explanation. It's like,
None.
go.
I don't
fucking
feel
do
bad.
it.
Bridge.
Yeah, go fucking do
Yeah.
it. I say, just chill. You want to hold hands? What are you doing?
okay. And then
What are you? Okay, what are you doing? Okay, are we? What? Oh God. Okay.
think about being a bridge.
Into the microphone, please, Aron.
Think about think about being a bridge.
All
Think
right.
about it. So think like be the rocks in a bridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we walk across it.
No, we don't walk on it. We are the
Okay,
bridge. We're the
okay,
bridge.
We're the
Yeah.
bridge.
Be a bridge.
So they're
Okay.
actually thinking
Right.
about a
We're a
bridge.
bridge
We're a
in the
bridge.
water, right?
In
It's
the
a
water, sure.
Sure, right.
If that makes you feel comfortable.
And like you're one side of that bridge, you're that land, and I'm the
yeah.
other side of the bridge.
That's
I'm
how
that
it
land.
is.
Your side is cold and has wolves, and my side is warm and has otters.
That is us as people.
Wait,
This
focus.
improv that we're doing.
All right, roll to see if that works.
Do we
Barb-
get an advantage for dealing with that bullshit?
Barbio's out. I can tell you all now this isn't going to work.
Yeah, okay. I hate that this is charisma. 9.
I rolled a 4. That didn't work at all.
Wow.
God, that's the only way
Yeah.
that could have gone.
I really wish the moon
So
was
good.
dexterous.
Clearly, physical bridge is not where we need to go here.
Yeah, okay.
No,
Okay, how about this?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, so you can just
Well, you guys get a little bit of burst of energy. So it goes so poorly that an energy, like there's a buildup, and then you could both get blasted back about 10 feet, and it's a huge explosion. Like if that hadn't been in the temple, it would have hurt quite a lot. a lot.
Oh my god. Okay, Wendell, I got a new thing. You ready? We just chill out.
Okay.
Just think about making Flip, Flap, and Flop proud,
Okay.
and just think about the fact that we're friends. Just focus and be.
We're friends?
Well, yeah, duh.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I can do this. I
Yeah,
can
just
do this.
we just be chill. We just
Yeah.
chill out.
Yeah, I can be cool. I'm cool.
You were very cool.
Yeah.
That's a 12. That's a 12 from me.
3.
Does he get no bonuses from his daddy?
No, he does, but he rolled a 3. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was And
I got 12.
So he's like, yeah, I'm cool, and gets blown right back again.
Okay,
Yeah.
Wendell.
Oh,
Wendell.
wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
He's like
I
our
love
Neville.
that we have no control over this.
Oh.
Literally, how well it goes.
It's almost as if we could use an explanation of how exactly to do this.
you're all doing fine.
Oh, you
Evidently.
No, we're not. Wendell.
Yeah.
Let's just run at each other and just try to.
Yeah. Okay. All
I don't know
right.
why I'm the one
Astrid,
coming
that's
up with all the
probably not
ideas.
Yeah. That sounds like a great idea.
Come at me.
Yeah. Let's 1, 2, 3, and go. No.
Oh God.
It was so clever. It was so well.
7.
Oh, Wendell,
That's better. Can I take that?
Wendell went into a sprinting position and came right at you, and he's got this perfect
Knocked me
form
the fuck
down.
up.
But you just run him over. You just hit him so hard. You almost clothesline him, and he goes flipping onto his back, and there's a burst of energy, and he gets scattered off to the side and kind of like spun around and slammed into a wall. He's okay. He's
I'm
just
not
like,
charismatic. I'm telling you.
God. Did it work?
I think it did.
That worked. That was
That
the bridge,
worked,
right? We
right?
made a bridge. Yeah, team bridge. Rock just is shaking. And then Vardhan's like shaking his head, like, you did not form a bridge. You formed nothing. Please have a
Okay.
seat.
I'm not charismatic. Okay.
No.
I can't help it that Daddy God apparently is.
Yeah.
Why is the moon charisma?
Why is the moon charisma?
Yeah.
Because it's the same reason that fire is. Because you.
I know that's why I didn't take sun. I was like, well, I have no good.
Because when the moon is out, you stare at it because it has so many stories written about it. Because it has this weight and this energy and this power, and therefore charisma.
I've
Right.
been looking at a different moon.
It's the
I
same.
know. 'Cause I would have thought wisdom.
Well, no, it could be wisdom too. That's
Yeah.
a very solid argument. It's the same reason I made fire charisma, because you can't help but stare into a fireplace, So, but you can make arguments either way. Also, I had to balance it a bit,
Yeah.
so there couldn't be too many wisdoms and too many. There'd be like a scattering of these
Yes.
things. Yeah.
This is a Rom's world.
I know.
How
I was just
dare
curious. I literally was
you.
trying to
It's
find a
a
god.
fair
I was
question.
trying to find a godparent, and none of them were wisdom. That made sense. And I was like, fuck. I guess I'll go with moon.
It's totally a fair question. It's totally a fair question. You can always raise your charisma too, or maybe some of your powers could.
I don't want to. I'm perfectly happy.
Fair enough. Good. All right. So after that very successful attempt,
Yeah. Right.
who are you paired with again?
I'm paired with
Caillou.
Caillou.
The-
Kailou.
Kylan. Caillou.
Caillou.
So Kailou is a very
dick.
handsome young man, and a little arrogant, certainly, right?
Aren't
And
all the like white dudes here are arrogant?
shocking, huh?
I know,
Imagine,
right?
can't imagine why I wrote that. Yep. So so Kailou kind of walks up to you with like kind of. Also Kailou's not white. Kailou's definitely like kind of Middle Eastern.
I can't-
Wait,
can't-
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
like. Wait a second.
His
Yeah.
photo is it? I see
The
a glass of
cartoon
water.
is white.
Right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was looking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How fucking dare you again?
I'm glad that this is gonna go on the internet.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Get
yeah,
her,
yeah.
everyone.
There's nothing.
Get her.
I think with me.
I was really embarrassed that messing up with the two dads was also on. I was like, oh no.
Really? That bothered you? I thought it
It
was
didn't
cute.
bother me, but I was just like, oh, I seem phobic of some sort.
No,
No,
no
no,
one would
no.
have read it that way.
I was like,
no
oh,
one.
no.
No. You can't be perfect
And
for 2
now
hours.
I'm
What are you going to
racist.
do? Now I'm racist.
Great.
So I would say that Kylo kind of walks up to you. I was like, all right, well.
We're definitely not thinking about a physical bridge.
All right. Okay, so what do you want to think about then?
Are you sure?
I'm not sure if we have to think about anything. Why don't we just stare at each other?
I think we should think about a connection.
Okay. What sort of connection?
And he just kind of leans in and places a finger on your chest for a moment. Well, it could be physical. It could be mental.
I didn't hit you with that arm.
It It could be a better mutual thing that we like.
All right. So what sort of things do you like?
Well, I like simple things. I like good food, good company, friendship.
Those are things that I like.
All right, well, then I think we can build on that, can't we? Let's try this out.
I can leave the table. I could just go.
We all should we? Me and Theodore are talking in the corner about how you two are gonna fuck each other.
Jadis is going to have sex with everyone.
Literally.
Look, I can't help it. They just want to touch me.
Come up and say hi.
The boys flock to Jadis' yard.
So
All
you
right,
get to
so-
walk up into the front.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have any ideas?
No, I mean, you said that you had some ideas, so.
Those are my ideas.
All right, so I'm just gonna look at him in his eyes.
Okay. He looks right back at you. And he's got like these intense, kind of smoldery, dark brown eyes with a little bit, definitely uses a little bit of eyeliner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. And he just
I
stares
appreciate that.
right back into your eyes.
Oh wait, so what are we rolling again? What's
so
the
you're
bonus?
rolling this plus your proficiency, which is 2,
Right.
plus your bonus from your Demigod.
Oh right. Okay. So
Love that it's a daddy god.
Demigod.
I need that on a t-shirt.
Rise of the Daddy God.
Right, your Demigod.
That's the gold tier
That's
Patreon
gold
level.
tier. You want to see us be daddy?
yeah, so I'm just gonna stare into his eyes, and I'm going to. Do I have? Oh man, I didn't take that spell.
Good.
Never mind.
Oh, cheating.
Cheater.
I
Okay.
didn't take the spell cheating.
Yeah. So.
Why
I
are
don't think
we
there's a
doing so
connection
bad?
here.
Because they didn't
So-
tell
I
us
rolled
how
an
to
8.
do this.
So Kylo's mostly there, and you can feel the energy building, and you can feel it within yourself too. But again, it just sputters at the last minute. You can't quite hold it.
This isn't working, Kylo. I'm sorry.
Pretty close.
Is it?
I felt it.
All
Don't
right,
you
well,
hate those one-sided crushes?
try it again.
Yeah. Let's try it one more time. Go ahead and roll.
I shouldn't have looked.
I rolled a 13.
Yeah. You're great this time. It's forming on his end. It's forming. You guys really think you're going to have it, but as soon as they touch in the middle, there's a gigantic explosion. You're both thrown back 20
Is this
feet.
like Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah. Boom. You're both like thrown back 20 feet. He's thrown against the wall. Again, you're not hurt.
Yeah.
You're not hurt. You should have been hurt. Like that should have torn the flesh off your face. But you're not hurt in this place. This place protects you for some reason. You could
Okay.
feel the energy eating through you. But it didn't hurt and it didn't do any damage.
Professor, are we supposed to have like
An
some
idea.
sort of personal connection with the other person? Because
No.
Kylo and I just basically met.
It doesn't make it any easier. What you're trying to find is the essence underneath who you are. Once you find it, you'll understand it more. It'll be easier. But you have to practice this. You have to go at it a couple times and understand it. If you were in the wild, this would be very dangerous. But here, we can get you used to it.
Is there anything we can do to control it?
Oh yes, once you make this connection, once you understand it the first time, it'll be far easier after that. There's always the chance you can lose control, so do not get complacent. But once you have done this once, it does get easier.
Great. So we just have to
Just
do it
keep
in order to
doing
get
it.
good at
Basically,
doing it.
yep.
Fascinating and helpful and educating.
Should we just
and
switch around
everything.
partners?
That's how any
until
skill
we-
goes, though.
We
You have
can
to keep
try
doing
that
it
as
until you
well,
get good
yes.
at it.
Let's all put our
One
keys
more
into a
time.
bowl.
One more time.
Yeah, so
We'll put our keys
Kylo
in the bowl and we'll switch
picks
partners.
himself up and walks back over to you. It's like, okay, once more then?
Once more.
Let's go.
Try it. I'm getting better at this.
I got a 13.
I got a 16.
That will do it. Oh, sorry, pardon me.
So
That will
excited
do
he
it.
couldn't contain it.
Ow.
Yeah.
Sorry, we had a lot of pizza at the lunch break. So you reach out, and he reaches out, and he's like more tentative this time, like it's creeping energy towards each other, right? But it meets in the center, and there's this vibration, and then it just stabilizes. There's a power flowing from both of you. You feel more empowered. You feel stronger in this moment than you did before.
Does it manifest in any way? Like, is it something that's outwardly?
Since you all are like giving energy to each other, you just get a little bit of a bonus. So there's no physical manifestation. It's not like you jump to your next power level,
Yeah.
but you do feel more powerful.
Theodore, I think we needed foreplay is what I'm seeing.
Excellent. And then, you hold it for a while. It starts getting a little shaky, and so you both release, but you feel like you could just reform it right away.
We got there.
Yep. Now, with you two.
That's what I say.
Yeah, wow. Yep.
All right,
you sure
guys,
got there.
we got there. Thanks for coming over.
Yep.
Clothes are on the floor. You can. My door's over there.
Pick up a 20 from the dresser, and we're all set.
See ya
wow.
in 2 weeks.
Well
was
done.
it as good
Better
for you
mark
as
this
it was
as
for
an
me?
E.
That was a lot of fun, actually. I had a good time. So basically, you have to form a bridge the first time with anyone you want to form a bridge with. And once you have it, once you formed a bridge with them, you can always reform one. But the first time takes a little bit of effort and training. So you guys may have to go through this a couple times until your whole team is on track. Let's say that goes on for a
So
while.
we should have done our own teammates.
Well, that's
Good,
what's going to
right?
happen. You guys do your individual ones for Barb. Let's have you roll real quick. So you were teamed up with
Theodore.
right. I'm sorry, you guys already did yours. So
Yep.
that's all done. And then Tula and wait, was it
Ballora?
Tula
Ballora.
and Ballora? Wait, I should roll two. Hang on. First one, they get blown back. Second one, they do it. So the second one, they're able to hold it, and their hands shake for a moment, and then they drop it, and boom, they've been able to form a bridge as well. Excellent. Return to your houses. Stay here, of course, but return to your houses in this group. We're going to try this as a group now.
Where you
Oh,
can make
no.
a bridge between multiple people?
Yes, you can. There are two versions of this. I call them all for one and one for all. So, either 3 of you focuses on one of you and empowers them, or one of you becomes a sort of battery for the other 3 and gives some of your power to the group.
That's interesting.
Okay. Do we have to?
We have to choose one, yes.
Okay. Can you pick one for us?
Of course. All for one. Who wants to be the one?
I guess since I was successful in
Yeah.
my session, I'll give it a try.
You then. Stand in the middle.
Feeling confident.
The rest of you gather around.
All right,
No,
so I get
you are going to focus your energy upon Janice.
Okay.
Understood? All right. Let's give it a try. Everyone roll. Wait,
Everyone roll. Do I
well,
roll
he wouldn't
too?
say it, but everyone roll. Yes.
Roll
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, nothing. Sorry. Don't worry about that. So, what do we get?
That one.
Ooh.
Oh,
17.
Okay, good.
18.
Good.
I've
23.
Oh, everyone's doing so well. So you all start focusing energy. You start receiving this energy. It's going great. There's this whole little tripartite thing going on around you, and this beam of energy starting to rise above you. And then all of a sudden, Astra's just like
Run into us again.
You just get clocked.
Nothing's happening.
Nothing. Yeah, just basically you go to put it out and nothing happens, and the whole thing becomes unstable. And there's a backlash that fires directly through your channel, knocks you off the platform and into the water. And the
God.
whole thing comes down.
Astrid, are you okay?
I'm in water. I assume I'm underneath it, correct?
Wendell is already leapt into the air. As he leaps, the 2 otters leap from the pouches out from him, and boom, they're in the water, and they've already gotten to you and are helping you back. Yep.
Can we leave this class? Oh my God.
Wendell's got you under the arms, kicking backwards, and each otter has one of your arms, and it's like just it's just carrying the arms.
This is biblical.
Yeah. Oh God. I'm tired. This is only the second class of the day.
Pulls you up onto the platform. Are you okay?
No, that was awful.
That did look awful.
Yeah. Wow. I want to throw up. Wow.
Oh no. Teacher, excuse me. She's not feeling well. She's fine, Wendell. Don't worry. As I said, nothing can harm you here. Are you well?
No, I'm dizzy.
Well,
That
okay.
sucked. Why are we doing this? You're not telling us anything, but just do it.
Okay, well, you have to learn
You
this
do it with me.
All right.
Show me how it's done.
Come to the front.
Okay.
Now
I
listen.
don't know. Just hate my
I
life.
wish you to clear your mind
Okay.
and picture within your mind
A bridge.
a single ruby. Just one glistening, gorgeous ruby. Picture it spiraling around. Picture the light capturing it and it dazzling ever so. Think of nothing but that ruby. And roll with me.
You want to roll with me? What the fuck is going on?
I'm going to say, since you're doing it with Vardhan, you can roll with advantage.
Okay.
She used all of her rolls up.
Okay, 21.
There we go.
Okay.
21?
So you focus on this ruby, and Vardhan focuses on one in his mind as well to give you guys a link. And initially, you still don't know what the hell you're doing. Like, it
Yeah,
doesn't
I'm
feel
just like-
right. Yeah, but describe when it does work for Astrid, when the bridge does form.
Mackenzie's still confused what the fuck it's supposed to be, so I don't know.
Imagine if there's an energy. Imagine if your thoughts in your mind, for a moment, connected with another person, but the energy that makes those thoughts in mind work was the driving force that connected you to that other person.
So it's like a physical energy beam that comes out of me.
Kind of.
It's like it.
Your
Yeah, it's like a thing will physically, like a light
Yeah.
will physically.
your divinity physically connects with his divinity. It is two forces of energy that meet in the middle and merge.
I think that when it works, like a bunch of little pustules of light, kind of, that look starry, kind of like swirl out and turn into, as it goes towards him, a like opening mouth of like a wolf that like wraps around his energy and like it eats it, like envelops it.
And as that happens, as it envelops his energy, all those little stars turn to glistening diamonds. Not diamonds, because that steals from you, but gemstones. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
attacked.
So it all, and then all
Yes.
kind of like weaves around both of you into this constellation that spins and spins. You can just feel the energy. It almost lifts you off the ground. And as that's happening, you all look over at Luna, because Luna kind of lets out a howl, and not like a bad howl, like a happy one, like a
Happy
calling
howl.
their pack kind of howl, right? And there's little points of light within Luna, like where her knees meet and her shoulders meet, and you can see a constellation within her. And then the energy very gently fades away, and you lower back. You didn't quite leave the floor, but you got up to your tiptoes. You kind of lower back down, and you just, and it just feels wonderful and empowering. You feel rested and far better than you did a few moments ago. That is what it is.
All right, guys, let's just do that.
Come back up. Try it again.
Oh no!
Astrid, did
Yes.
you notice what was happening there?
Did
I
I?
think there were constellations almost that were connecting you.
Almost. Almost.
I think you're the demigod of constellation.
Can what landed on the floor be my roll because it's good.
Nope, not allowed.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Was
great.
I in like? Did the purple shit happen? Like, did I see what was happening?
You saw
Because
everything.
you know how you say like when people are using their divinities,
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
it's purple.
Their eyes roll purple and pink like it's cloudy, but you see everything. It's not like it
Okay.
blocks your vision. Yeah.
So yeah, I say I think that's what she looks like underneath her fur.
That was incredible.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Luna's like, "Rawr."
You look good, Luna baby.
Okay, so you guys want to try this again?
I mean, sure.
All right.
I hope you have a lot of narratives
Right.
prepared for if we continue to fail
Yeah, I'm
over
like-
and over again.
All these
Roll
ones are doing
with
so bad.
advantage because Vardhan is now guiding you.
Okay.
You're giving it to us this time. Oh, I rolled the same thing.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Did you
Are
roll
you
the same?
Told you.
He rolled two
I
natural
rolled two
ones.
ones.
I rolled 2 16s, so I actually did good for once. in my life. So 19.
I got it.
19.
I got 17.
Yeah, 19. Yeah.
Okay, so the
Now
bridge
to
is,
play the same scene
Yeah,
again,
the-
but with Arvey this time.
the bridge is forming absolutely great. Everything's going incredibly well. Everything is
one or a seven?
connected Those are 2 1s.
No, that was a 7.
That was a 7?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God, because I was going to do a terrible thing to you. No.
Whoa!
Was that a 1
If I had a
or
nickel.
7?
It was a 1.
Okay.
It was. So you guys are all connected. Everything's great.
That's gross. Oh my
it's
God.
starting to form, and you finally feel like, you know what, we got this. We absolutely got this. And then there is just a break. So if there's a field of energy, there's a break, almost like a mirror shattered, and it breaks right in front of Janice. And there's a second crack on the other side of him, and this just falls out,
No.
and he's gone.
What the?
Whoa.
I run towards where he was.
And the whole
I
field
follow.
just comes down. Nothing.
I say, Luna, hunt.
And
Leader
Luna's
smell
like-
for him.
And Luna is like sniffing around in the area and just keeps making circles, and then just kind of looks up, like,
So what do
She
I
has
see?
keen smell.
1 second, sorry. She has keen smell.
Yeah, it's like she has advantage on perception checks relating to smell.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
And and
Absolutely.
hearing. So she's keen
Yeah.
hearing.
Absolutely nothing. You
Yeah.
wake up. Well, not wake up. You kind of like you just kind of stumble out of this, like you feel like you're falling, and tumbling, and then all of a sudden, everything kind of shifts sideways, and you're not falling. You're just kind of stumbling forward, and you stop, and you kind of fall to your knees for a second. Everything's wet and swampy and thick and overgrown, and it's just bugs and heat and steam everywhere.
Okay, so I hate humidities. So I stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, can you hear me? Anyone? I try my ability.
Insects and everything, nothing.
Make a hive mind with the insects.
You look.
I wish there was a dead pig here.
Perception.
What?
That was an insect secret. Sorry, everyone. That was a secret of an insect by Niky C.
Oh, okay. I was totally man.
13.
Okay, so you're calling out, you're reaching out, you're stumbling around a bit in this thick primordial ooze, and you look up, and you realize where you are. You're in the valley below the temple, because the temple is now above you.
Oh shit.
And then you hear a roar, deep and guttural, loud and rumbling, somewhere off to the east.
Okay. Is there any way that I can get out of this? It's just all swamp around me. There's nothing.
There's swamp as far as you can see. There's tree lines at the edges, and there's eventually a very, very, very tall rock face to your west.
Okay. All right. So I start heading towards the tree line,
Okay.
and we're in a swamp. So
Yes.
there's some sort of reflecting water, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Desdemona, help me. Something happened.
Ugh, this is gross.
You're telling me I'm having to walk through it.
And
We are not in the temple anymore, and there's something behind me that's growling.
And she appears in it, and she's like, oh, there's leeches in here. And on you. Probably 2 of them.
Get me out of here.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. Can you go back and tell someone? Do something.
I can't talk to any of them, sweetie. You know that. But I can, what am I going to do? Like, hi, I am the demon in the water that talks to Janice, and I know where he is.
Well, my power doesn't seem to be working here. I can't.
You're just too
connect with
far.
anybody.
You're just too far.
All right.
You've
well,
gone too
clearly.
far. Well, hang on. Look, I will go scout it out. Hang on. And she vanishes from the water, kind of bubbles when she goes away. Hold there for 1 second. What are you all doing?
I pull my sword out and I point it at Vardhan. I say, "What did you do with him?"
Stop. Let's not. Let's no. Wait. It's not needed. Look, I did nothing with him. There is some danger with this, as I discussed, and you all have made that happen.
What
But
happened?
you said we couldn't get hurt here.
Yeah, what happened to you? Can't get hurt.
He's not hurt. He's not hurt. We just hang on.
Yeah.
It's like, Roswin, can you? Yes, please. And Roswin's like, I got it. And Roswin goes running out, and she jumps on one of those little, discs, and she goes, vroom, and she goes shooting out. Now, we know roughly where you all are at all times. At least we can find you relatively easily. We have a ways of doing that. And Rosalind will be right back, and as soon as she is, we will find your friend, and we will locate them together, and everything should be fine.
Theodore, did you know that you can't get hurt when you're in the temple?
Well, if he's no longer in the temple, he could be hurt.
Yeah, but how did he get out of the temple?
Well, again, the bridge is a very, very powerful thing. It connects divine energies in ways we don't fully understand. So there is always a chance that something could happen.
Why are you not worried? You're just chill.
Just form a bridge, everybody.
Look,
Let's
Yeah.
try forming a bridge with him right now.
There was no guarantee that any of you would
I
survive.
formed a
this.
bridge with him, everyone.
I'm really proud of you, Niky.
There's-
Niky.
there's
Save Bob! Save Bob!
There's no guarantee that any of you were to survive this. That was made
Would have
quite plain
loved
to
that
you.
disclaimer before we did this
No,
class.
that was made quite plain to all of you multiple times before you ever entered this temple.
Yeah, with no choice. We did not want to come here.
It still
And now
could
we're here
happen.
being thrown around and bridges are being built.
You know,
I'm having a bad day, okay?
Can we just find our friend, please?
okay, hang on. And Rosalind comes zipping back in. Okay. And she pops off and she's like, okay, you guys are all friends, so everyone touch the thing.
I don't trust this at all.
What thing is this?
He holds out.
This whole place has this problem with touch this thing, make this bridge.
I take Barb's hand
Yeah.
and we touch it.
Astrid moves away.
I don't have another arm to take your hand.
I know.
Stab her hand and force it on the thing.
I go to Theodore's right side so that he can't do anything.
Astrid.
What?
Just do it. Let's
It's,
go.
it's one of the iPads.
Oh, good, Apple. My Lord and Savior.
I'm a Windows person.
Just put all your divine information into this apple and you're fine. Yeah. This will help us find your friend. Hey, listen, guys, it's fine. It's fine. We've done this a few times, and it's fine. It's fine. We'll find your friend, and he'll probably be alive. Sooner we go, though. Sooner the better.
Astrid, come on. I don't like how they're terming
Bloody
any of this.
fucking hell.
All right. So I want everyone to focus, and I want you to roll a
Don't put him to a roll.
roll a divinity roll. I want you to roll.
Make it wisdom, please.
I can't make it a roll.
Fine, it's 20, not natural.
Yes. Care about your friend. Do
I
you care?
do.
You-
How much do you care about Janice?
Yeah, how
I
much
care.
do you
I
care?
care 20, not natural.
7.
12.
All
Is
right.
it?
Because I just need one
Please
of you
tell
to
me
roll
it's
well on this one.
cumulative. Okay, 20, not natural.
Yep.
That's what I did.
So there's like a little bit of shaking of the thing, and like it kind of like static, and then like a really, really high view of the whole landmass that you guys are in, and then it zooms down to just the temple, and then it zooms down to the top of the dome, and then it zooms down past the dome into the valley, and then it zooms down into the swamp, and you can see Janice like basically no, first it actually shows you
Stilettos
kind of
in
like
mud.
yeah,
Yes.
kind of like leaned over, and it looks like he may be like talking to like the water, and then he just kind of kicks at it and he starts striding off east towards the tree line. And then as it pulls back a little bit, you guys can see that there are creatures in the swamp. There are lizard men, and there are huge bugs, and there are these slimes and jellies, giant pythons, and then as you pull a little further back, there's definitely some large lizard-like creature that is walking towards where Janice is.
We've got to get down there.
Okay.
How do we get?
Take us there.
How do we get down?
Well, okay. Well, it's not okay. Well, I mean, we're not scheduled to. Okay. Everyone, get on the disc.
We're not scheduled for Janice to
get on
die.
the disc.
either.
Get on the disc. Get on that disc.
Teeters on disc.
You know.
Yeah, on the disc.
And Vardhan's like, just kind of looking at them. It's like, go tell the others. I'll take care of this. Oh, all right. And Vardhan gets on another disc and heads towards the north. You guys get on a disc, and a circle opens in the stone beneath you. You simply fall through the rock where the temple is and come out the bottom like this burst of air. And a weird, like, extra amount of sunlight. Like there's extra light down here, or the light seems different than the light above the temple. And you are now falling almost, but, controlled, right? towards the swamp below you. What are you all doing?
Instinctually, it's time for tummy time.
Tummy time?
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially if we're on some weird disc.
Where there's
that-
no rails or anything.
Yeah.
I assume
Yeah.
Luna came, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Luna's on
okay,
the desk
yeah,
with you,
cool.
totally.
And Rosalind
she's-
is
she's
with
falling
with
down.
us?
Rosalind's with you, yeah.
Okay.
Rosalind's kind of leading, like with her eyes closed and her hands out. Yeah. So while that's happening, wait, actually, Theodore, what are you doing?
I didn't bring any weapons or anything to
No.
Divinity class.
Nothing.
No.
Wait, we didn't bring our weapons?
No, why would you?
Why would you?
I pulled my sword out, technically.
Oh, you did.
canonically,
You got
just
your
now.
And you brought my bone.
And I
Yeah,
brought-
yeah,
yeah, I
Right.
assumed we were just always on our full equipment, I guess.
Might as well be. It doesn't.
Also,
It doesn't hurt.
My
Yeah.
body's a weapon.
Yeah,
Three
that's so
times.
Yeah, I assumed.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
I assumed we were always fully equipped because I wouldn't let my swords not be on my body.
Fair enough. Plus Luna.
Plus Uno. Yeah.
So they are plummeting towards you, but you don't know. You are
Yeah.
going through the muck. I would like you to roll a perception roll. This worked out perfectly.
12.
You can hear stuff all around you. And
My natural one
Yeah.
was like not go into water. Janice's
he
was-
rolled 2 natural ones.
I did,
He had
Only one of them
advantage and
counts.
rolled 2 Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
No, but it adds to
I-
the
I'm
narrative.
fine, I'm
yeah.
fine.
With me, that, like, if you rolled 2 natural 20s, I'd have it be more devistating too. You know what I mean?
I would get to rule the kingdom.
That's right.
I am the god of moon
Yeah,
now,
that's
and
right.
I'm changing it to wisdom.
I'm the
you have right. That's the power I have as the new god of the moon.
I'm wise.
So you are hearing also like this deep rumbling now, and it's definitely getting closer to you. What are you gonna do?
So I'm running, and I'm just like gonna do a quick survey around me to see if there's anything that's close to me.
Yep.
And I'm preparing. I take out my zither and I prepare like a sleep spell.
Okay. Excellent. A zither is definitely a stringed instrument.
Oh yeah, we were all
Totally.
no. Me and Joe were just talking about the fact that we're level 1 with 11
Yeah,
HP.
we're level 1.
yeah.
This is gonna go great, guys.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
not. Yeah, this is not what you wanted to do.
No.
Yeah.
Welcome to the last episode of Rise of Demigods.
Yeah,
where we
yeah, it was
all-
great to know you all.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Yeah.
We all die.
The lesson we've learned is that life isn't fair. Thanks for joining us.
And dice suck.
And don't roll 2 ones.
Never with me. All right, so you pull out your zither, and
Yeah.
what else are you doing?
I'm just running. I'm not prepared to like confront anything. so-
Excellent. So you're just running towards
The tree
The,
line, anything
the
out
tree
of the
line.
swamp. Yeah.
Yeah. So as you're running, you run for like 30 seconds, and then all of a sudden, Desmondona?
Desdemona.
Desdemona.
Damn it! Why did they do this?
Desmondona.
Desmondona.
Hi there, welcome to Desmondona's Trust.
Just think of Othello.
We got big
I
turtle
don't know.
chugging
Othello,
monster.
Yeah.
So
Othello.
Des, it's cute that you all think I know that I did drop out of high school in 11th grade, but Des,
You didn't
So
read
You can say
shit.
Des.
Des shows up and like she keeps showing up in front of you.
Des, did you find them? There is something behind me.
I didn't, and
It's
she's
going
like,
to eat me.
yes, and she keeps appearing in like as you go,
As a
yes,
buddy.
it will eat you, and your friends are coming, but not soon enough.
Okay, why not? Where the hell are they?
And she points just as you walk above, and I want you to roll perception.
14.
So you look up and you can see, just like eclipsing the sun for a moment, this silver disc rapidly lowering towards where you are.
Okay. Great. So we're just gonna keep running.
Okay. Keep your eyes down. And as she says that, you feel something move in the water. And I would like you to make a dexterity save.
No.
Better be a
I
monstrosity.
hate water so much.
Me too.
As Barb told us last time, water's bad.
A 7.
Yeah. So something wraps around your front leg and you trip and fall face first into the muck.
Okay.
And as you start to push up, you can feel this ropey, warm. I mean, it feels like plants, but it also feels warm like an animal would,
Oh,
wrapping
gross.
around your arms and legs.